Hey, what's going on? Just got off work right now. I spent most of the day editing videos. It's really cool because every day that I go to work, I just literally work on videos and managing social media posts, working on engagement for that, creating content for YouTube, and just everything that I already love doing is literally what I do at work. But today's one of the videos I was working on was for a interview that I did with a former golfer who still plays like from time to time, but we were basically capturing his story and how he had spent time in the military and how that impacted him, and how he had to deal with different issues because of it, but how golf was able to help him feel more at ease and more peaceful and just find real joy and build friendships and all that good stuff. So with that said, it was just another reminder of why I really love filming interviews. I made a post on LinkedIn earlier today talking about how important storytelling is and how we always hear about it, and of course it really is. And being able to capture interviews with someone is just an element of video where I feel like it's the easiest to tell a story because you're relying on the person to be able to just open up. And the way I do my interviews, which is what I've learned just from seeing other filmmakers do it, is I'll set up the camera off to the side of me, probably, I don't know, a foot or two away, just depends on the filming situation, but typically it's like an arm's reach of me, but it's off to the side, and then I sit and I have a one-on-one conversation with the person I'm interviewing, and I'll have questions prepared because I like to have like an outline, that way when I'm editing it all makes sense. So I'll ask the questions in order. So for example, let's say we're doing one on someone's favorite food and we want to tell a story about it. So I'll ask, what was your favorite food growing up? What's your favorite food now? Why do you like it? What restaurant do you like to go to? And for someone that hasn't tried your favorite dish, what would you tell them and why would you recommend that they try it, or whatever, just so it kind of builds at least an outline and the person watching it kind of gets a full picture and they kind of leave with something at the end. So that's kind of the basic template of what I've been doing typically for things, but obviously not food, but that was just an example. But I just really love being able to capture interviews with people and just them diving deep. And this past weekend, my wife and I were filming an interview for this foundation where they basically get donations from people and then they support people that have health issues, and they provide them with funding sometimes when they need help with their doctor's visits and medical bills or paying rent or whatever it is. And so we're interviewing all of the people that were members of this foundation, and it was so beautiful. I had questions lined up, but sometimes I'll freestyle certain questions and just come up with it last minute as well as I'm having the one-on-one conversation with them. And that helps me get extra content that I might have missed just from my initial little bullet points of questions that I wanted to ask. And so while we were doing those interviews, one of the members got teary-eyed and literally started getting emotional and crying, and it was all because of the subject. It was so deep and so powerful because they had lost they lost someone, I believe it was one of their friends recently, and it was, of course, it's still fresh and new, and how they played a part in trying to help them recover and all this stuff. But point being is just, when you're having these one-on-one conversations with someone and you just literally press record, it's so nice. And my favorite is when I could top it off with some B-roll of whatever the topic's about, whatever the video's about, and capturing other clips of them in action, whether them in the moment, whatever. So that's my favorite, when I can capture both. Sometimes I can't, it just really depends on the situation. Sometimes you don't have time for that. Other times it's you do have time to fully tell a story, where it's a mini documentary and you're walking with them and you're doing things of whatever, you know, the topic's on, and you can film that plus the interview, and that's like my favorite. But other times when I can just sit down and have a conversation with someone, I love it. I really do. And so I just wanted to share that. And as you grow in your filmmaking and videography and just creative career, you could be someone that's more behind the scenes and you just kind of coordinate and direct some of these things, because right now I'm directing and filming. But as projects get bigger, and if you don't know, there's typically people doing just one job instead of someone doing all of it. But anyway, as you go throughout your career, you're gonna find things that you really enjoy, and then certain projects where it's like, that one doesn't really, you know, make me that happy, but you do it because it's a job and it's a paycheck. But then there's some projects or some types of filming or photography or whatever it is where you're like, man, I really love this and I really enjoy it. And so keep searching. If you haven't found that yet, keep searching, keep trying out different projects. You don't know what you do or don't like until you try at least several things. And so that's what I've been doing the past year, just trying different things. I pretty much know at this point like what I do and don't like, but every blue moon there may be like some side project where I'm like, I've never tried that before. Let me give it a try if it aligns with what my current like 6 specific, you know, types of projects that I typically work on. But that's all I wanted to share, and I hope that you guys are finding your joy and finding what you really love doing, because I have found what I really love doing. And of course that can change, but I'm enjoying the moment and the process, and just anything I could do with people and emotions and just feelings and, you know, joy or whatever it is. Like, I love being able to capture that. So hope you guys have a great day, and thank you so much for watching. And if you do like the content that you're seeing, I know some of the content has been a little bit different compared to even like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but if you are liking what you see, feel free to, you know, like this video, comment, and let me know what you'd like to see in the future. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. I'm definitely wanting to grow my community and you know, be able to speak with you guys on a more consistent basis. So thank you so much again for watching. Catch you later. Bye.